I'm Coach Bill from Coach Bill Pickleball. Welcome to Game 4 of my first 4-0 pickleball tournament. Targeting an opponent involves finding the opponent with a weaker response to a shot, or perhaps all of your shots and hitting it to them. For instance, if you see that one of your opponents is good at dinking and the other is not, then directing your dinks at the one that is not would be targeting. Targeting is a good strategy in tournament play where winning is the goal. I prefer reverse targeting in rec play by hitting it to the stronger player because getting stronger return shots helps to improve my game, and that is more important than winning. I looked at my opponent's duper ratings pre-tournament. One of them in this game was 4.74 and the other was 4.05. 4.74 is 3/4 of a point higher than the division that we are playing in, and even a significant amount greater than 4.5, which is the next division up. Without seeing any of their shots, we decided to target the 4.05 player and keep the ball away from significantly better player as much as possible. This video will cover game footage, my analysis, and has our team statistics at the end. Let's get into it. It's only the first point, but we're already into a slow motion breakdown. After extensive intelligence gathering, we've determined that the guy in the black shirt is the 4.05 duper that we want to target. The game starts with the serve, and you can see he's got a little side spin on it, which you don't see that often. My return to the guy we're trying to target is very short, which enables him to step into the court and gives me a lot less time on the drive. Normally my volley would bounce here, but since they were running the shake and bake, he was able to take it out of the air. If you're not familiar with the shake and bake, it's when the returner drives the ball and the partner crashes in to poach the next one. As you can see in this clip, he's aggressively right near the kitchen line and taking the ball out of the air. We hadn't seen the shake and bake very much before and didn't handle it well in this game. He's able to attack here. And my response catches the tape, so we lose the point. There's another early game lead, which makes me 2 for 3 in the tournament. We played good defense after we lost the kitchen line here, but we couldn't get one to bounce into the kitchen. It's so satisfying to drop one in the kitchen that doesn't come back. That's a nice solo shake and bake by Drew. His side spin caused us to miss a few in this game. Good drive by the guy we were trying to target, but it was one of the very few that he got us on. This one should have been my ball. Let's do a slow motion breakdown here to see what we can improve. We got a nice deep serve here, and I am returning. My return is short. It is barely beyond the kitchen line, which brings the opponent in to the kitchen line and also makes a drive or a drop that they hit for their third a lot easier for them. My rule of thumb is when you're returning the ball, you should be established at the kitchen when your opponent hits the ball. He's hitting the ball here, and I'm a little late getting there. I do get established before the ball gets there. Getting there late may have led to me mishitting the ball and popping it up here. Luckily, my pop-up is to our opponent's high backhand, which is the most difficult pop-up you can have. He attacks me, and I handle that attack pretty well. I get the ball to his forehand, which is the opposite hand that he was using before, so he's got to move his paddle all the way across his body, and it's at the net level, even a little below when he contacts it. Next issue we have here is court positioning. So Drew must have expected that I was going to give him a higher contact point again, and he starts to go back like he's defending. If it was a high contact point, you do want to get off the line to get some more time. We're at worst neutral here. The ball is actually high. Drew has a high contact point at shoulder level, which is exactly what you're looking for. But the further you are away from the kitchen, the more difficult an attack is. So if he was 2 steps up, the ball would be a little higher and he'd have a better angle to hit down at it over the net. He actually sends it back high this time. That is well above the net, and now our opponent can hit down on the ball. Drew's also has his feet exposed since he's not at the kitchen line. So a smart play here by our opponent would be to attack Drew's feet. He hits it in the middle between us, and I try and get in there to intercept it, and just don't get it over the net. It hits the tape, drops, and we lose that rally. I realized when editing that I called the wrong score here, and the other team did not say anything about the extra point they got. A lesson learned here for me is to make them call the score on every point. This is reminiscent of game 1 where I got caught too far off the line. We never found a good answer against the shake and bake in this game. Too many short returns makes it tough to stick that first volley. This game started off promising but really fell apart for us in the middle. The game was very short with very little dinking. We attempted to target the weaker player and were not successful at all. Our inability to keep the ball away from the highly rated player really cost us the game. We originally tried to return to the other guy, but then the 4.74 duper player, currently 4.929 as the making of this video, really hurt us with his poaching. The shake and bake was not used against us at all in 3.5, and we also never see it in rec play. Our forced shot volleys were not good enough, and either ended up in the net or got crushed most of the time. Our opponents in this game went on to win the gold medal in this tournament. This game puts us at 2-2 for the tournament with some very high quality opponents scheduled for the last 2 games. If you played a tournament with an opponent that is playing down in level, or if you had success against the shake and bake, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and have a good day.